நல்லா இல்லைன்னா இது வரும்போது. So, in this PPT, we are going to see about the characteristic feature of entomophilous. Entomophilous means the flowers which are pollinated by insects. So here you can see the brightly colored flowers. Generally, the insect pollinated flowers should have brightly colored. Then only the insects are attracted by that colors. The flowers are so large. Then only that they can visit easily. So the larger size flowers, brightly colored flowers, these are some important characteristic feature of entomophilous. Here the bougainvillea flower is given as an example for brightly colored. Then mostly the entomophilous flowers are centered. They can produce nectar. Centered means they can produce smell, sweet smell. So the centered flowers are attracted by insects. They has to produce nectar. Nectar means honey. Then there is no secretion of nectar. The pollen is either consumed as food. So suppose any flowers should not produce nectar means the insects are consume pollen as a food. So through that their pollens are transferred from one flower to another flower. Pollen and nectar are the floral rewards for the visitors. So the visitors means it may be an insect, it may be an ant, it may be a bird. So the pollen, either they are depend upon the pollen as a food or nectar as a food. So these two are floral rewards for the visitors. And then flowers pollinated by flies, that is beetles, moth, ant, they can produce a foul odor. Foul odor means a bad smell. So it was slightly different from the birds pollinated flowers and butterflies. Then some flowers are very juicy cells. So instead of they are producing nectar, the cells may be juicy. So that juicy cells was sucked by insects. So here one important pollination was given. It was a special kind of mechanism was carried over. So here the salvia, the flower of salvia, you can see it is like a tongue, mouth. So it has both the lip, upper lip and lower lip. Here the upper lip contained male flower. So anther was protruded out. You can see it in the first picture. Anther was hanging like, it is swing like a swinger. Anther, it was protruded out from the flower and it was protruded out in the upper lip. So labium, it was otherwise tell it as a labium அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. அப்பர் லேபியம், லோயர் லேபியம். எப்படி நமக்கு மவுத் இருக்குதோ அப்பர் லிப் லோயர் லிப் இருக்கோ அது மாதிரி இருக்குது. So upper lip was slightly curved and lower lip was like a platform. So usually in the second picture you can see in the lower lip it's like a platform. It was usually sit. The beetle was sit in that one like a platform. So the labium or corolla it was leathery and it was very strong in nature because it has to withhold the beetle. And then in the fourth picture you can see the anther was now down on the beetle, back of the beetle. So in the meantime, so it is, if it is sit on the lower lip, so what will happen, it's like it act like a lever. லீவர்னா என்னன்னு சொல்லுவோம், இப்போ வந்து சீசா மாதிரி ஆடுறோம்ல, ஒரு பக்கம் உட்கார்ந்தனைக்கு அடுத்த பக்கம் வந்து என்ன செய்யும், மேலே போகும். அதை மாதிரி இந்த இதுல இந்த லோயர் லிப்ல சிட் ஆன உடனே அப்பர் லிப் அப்படியே வந்து என்ன செய்யுது, அந்த பீட்ல கவர் பண்ணுது. ஸோ அப்போ ஆந்தர்ல இருக்கிற போலன் அப்படியே அதோடைய பேக்ல வந்து அப்படியே லார்ஜ் ஆயிடும். ஸோ இப்படி த்ரூ தட் மெக்கானிசம் இட் வாஸ் டிரான்ஸ்ஃபர்ட். So salvia is adapted for bee, particularly bee pollination. Honey bee only pollinate the salvia. the flower is protandrous corolla. Protandrous அப்படினாலே நமக்கு தெரியும் anther was matured earlier than the stigma. After the development of the pollination only, the stigma start to mature. So it's a good example for protandrous. The corolla is bilabiate. நான் ஏற்கனவே சொன்ன மாதிரி upper lip, lower lip னு சொல்லி ரெண்டு விதமான labial parts இருக்கு. Corolla is arranged like that. Upper lip, lower lip. So with upper lip has a two stamens. Already you have seen it in the picture. And it was lever mechanism helps in pollination. Anther has an upper fertile lobe, lower sterile lobe, and both are separated by a connective tissue. So it helps the anthers to swing freely. Anther நீங்க pictureல பார்த்திருக்கலாம், anther free-ஆ swing ஆயிட்டு இருந்துச்சு. So if the bee visits a flower, it sits on the lower lip and act as a platform. So the bee enters into the flower and start to suck the nectar by pushing its head into the corolla. So what will happen? The upper lip strike against the bee. So automatically the pollens are deposited at the back of the bee. So through the lever mechanism, the salvia flowers pollens are transmitted from one flower to another flower. If the same bee enters into the another flower of salvia, it rubbed against the stigma. So the stigma, the pollen start to stick on the stigma. அதே பிக்சர் தான் இப்போ பாருங்க, அப்பர் லிப், லோயர் லிப், ஆந்தர் வந்து ஃப்ரீயாக ஸ்விங் ஆகிட்டு இருக்கு. இந்த பீட்டில் வந்து செகண்ட் பிக்சரில் என்ன ஆயிடுச்சு, உள்ளுக்குள்ளே போகுது. ஆந்தர் வந்து என்ன பண்ணுது, அதோடைய பேக்கில் ஸ்ட்ரைக் பண்ணுது, தெரியுதா? ஸோ அப்போ போலன் கெட்ஸ், தேர்ட் பிக்சரில் போலன் கெட்ஸ் டிரான்ஸ்பர்ட். இப்போ அடுத்ததில் என்ன கொடுத்துருக்கு உங்களுக்கு, ஸ்டிக்மா வந்து மெச்சூர் ஆயிருக்கு. இந்த சேம் பி இந்த ஃப்ளவருக்குள்ளே போச்சுன்னா அந்த ஸ்டிக்மா அதை மாதிரி என்ன செய்யும், அந்த ஸ்விங்கிங் ஸ்டிக்மா வந்து பேக்கில் வந்து என்ன செய்யும், ரெஸ்ட் ஆகும். அப்போ ஆல்ரெடி போலன் அதில் இருந்துச்சுன்னா அதில் அப்படியே ஸ்டிக்மாவுக்குள்ளே போய் தட் ஃபர்டிலைசேஷன் வாஸ் ஹேப்பன். ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் எ மெக்கானிசம் கால் லீவர் மெக்கானிசம். So another mechanisms also worked in pollination, trap mechanism. So trap mechanism, piston mechanism, fall mechanism. These mechanisms also work down in pollination. Now advantages of self-pollination. What is self-pollination? The pollination occurs within the flower, in the same plant. So that is called self-pollination. Already you have seen in the previous classes. Now what are the advantages was carried over by self-pollination? It was occur in bisexual flowers only. Bisexual means both the sexes are present in the same flower. And then what are the species are uncommon. So in that plant that self-pollination was occur. So sometimes the plant may be present in a large distances. So such a flower species can be done by self-pollination. And then chances of cross-pollination fails in some flower. So that flowers also undergo self-pollination in order to prevent the extinction of the species. Because after the pollination only fertilization occur. After the fertilization only we will get flower, we will get a fruit and seed. Then only the seeds can propagate their own species. So to avoid this, to avoid the extinction of species, the self-pollination may be occur in the plants. Disadvantages of self-pollination. There was some disadvantages also there. If continuous self-pollination is occur generation after generation, the progeny will be very weaker. Progeny means that generations will be very weaker population. So there may be a extinction of species was occur. And then new varieties we cannot we cannot observe through the self-pollination. So these are the two disadvantages of self-pollination. Now advantages of cross-pollination. So through the cross-pollination, we will get a healthier plant species we will get. So that is a good advantage, and germination capacity is much more better than the self-pollinated flowers. So self-pollinated seeds are poor germinators. So cross-pollinated seeds are better germinators. So that is a advantage. The new varieties through the cross-pollination, because the pollination will be occur in two different flowers. So there may be a chance of new varieties may be produced, and then such seeds are better adaptive character in the environment. So adaptation will be a good characters in the individual. So the cross pollinated flower is better one for suitable environment. Disadvantage also there. So always the cross pollinators depend upon external agency for pollination. So previously we have studied insect. Either they have to depend upon water or a wind or a insect, etc. So it was uncertain. Sometimes it may be pollinated or not, and then they have to adapt various devices to attract pollinating agents. For example, insect pollinators, they have to produce scent, they have to be brightly colored, so that special devices have to be developed. These are the two disadvantages of cross pollination. Now, why the pollination was significant to the plant? So it is a first process of sexual reproduction. Pollination is a first step. So without this, the fertilization is uncertain. So pollination is a transfer of pollen from anther to stigma. This is the first step in the fertilization. Without this act, fertilization does not occur. So through the pollination only, it brought male and female gametes closer. And cross pollination introduce variations in plants. So that is a very significant. That variation can produce evolution of new varieties and better adaptation in environment, because environment also going on changing. According to that, the plant also have to change. So cross pollination is better. And then so variations help the plant to adapt the environment and result in speciation. More varieties, more species of plants can produce. So it paved the ways to the evolution. So this is better in plants.